Hey and welcome to a new week. We are back on Watkins Glen and let me tell you one thing right away. Take your time to practice every corner of this track. If two equal cars are racing each other, it's near to impossible to overtake here. The most promising option is to save fuel and jump someone in the pits. This also means that if you do your homework, learn the track and finish a solid race, it's very likely that you will end up in the points because the racing is rather stale. Approach turn 1 on the far left and use the 200 meter board as orientation for braking. The straight is too short to get the slipstream advantage. Overtakes are only possible when the leading car makes a mistake in the last turn. Hit the apex and try to be early on the throttle to carry your momentum onto the long straight. If you need more space, you can go wide here. You won't receive an incident point as long as you dodge the grass at the end of the run-off area. This is the only position where it can be possible to overtake by sending it into the chicane. However, when the leading car covers the inside line, there's nearly no way to make a safe pass unless one car resigns the battle. Use the boards on the right to find your braking point. Usually you want to tap the brakes between the 200 and 400 meter boards. It depends on the weather, your brake pads and if you got any slipstream on the straight. Attack the entry of the bus stop and push the car to the right. You want to get a good angle for the second curb. Attack the second curb as well. At this point you want to steer to the left and hit the throttle as soon as possible to get a nice exit. Stick to the middle left of the track and lift until you feel that the car starts to turn in. Be patient on the throttle, swing back to the inside and accelerate out of the corner. There's a change in the track surface which you can use as orientation for braking. Approach the turn on the far right, be smooth on the brakes and brake towards the apex. The banking can make the exit tricky, especially on cold tires. Try to feel what your car is doing when you accelerate and be ready to correct when you feel that your rear starts to slide. Your next brake markers are the 200 and 100 meter boards. It's an uphill corner, which means that you can brake less than you usually should and use the hill to decelerate further. Stick to the inside, avoid the curb and try to hit the throttle early. Don't forget to use all available space on the exit. The next marker is the 200 meter board. The turn goes downhill, which makes it a bit special. Don't risk anything, because if you overshoot the braking zone, it will be difficult to keep the car stable and once you clip the grass, it will be impossible to avoid a spin. Engage the brakes when you reach the next uphill section and approach the turn on the far right. This is important because it allows you to cut over the top of the hill in a smooth line. Else the hill can act like a ramp and if you approach the turn on the left, you have to be a lot slower to keep your rear stable, so just stick to the right. Be patient on the throttle, wait until you have the car under full control, the rear can always get a bit loose here, and most importantly, avoid the steep curb on the inside. Once the rear settled in again, you can accelerate into the last sector. The last turns are simple, approach this one from the far right and lift before turning in to make it. For the last turn you can use the wooden fence on the left as marker. Tap the brakes, aim for the apex and carry your momentum towards the finish. That was the guide lap. The cockpit lap will come up next and then you should be ready to practice. If you are looking for more tips, you should visit the Discord. We have a cool community over there and also a lot of useful databases with links and lap files. It's worth checking out. I wish you all the best for the next week and see you next time.